Hello one and all, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragonlancer. This is your host, Liberty! And if you remember correctly, last time we set off, we got through a dungeon, we had our sister who was scary, we went north, and it was a dead end. So this time we're going south. Yay! South on the range, where the deer and the antelope play. Woo. So, how are you all doing this fine New Year's Eve, my special friends watching out there? Well, it's New Year's Eve for me anyway. 2014. Jeez, gonna take a while to get used to that. Oh, another year older, another year done. Soon will be 2020, just 6 more years. Never thought we'd get there myself. Well, really, didn't really think about it much. Kinda scary if you think about it. 2020, what a milestone. Ooh, scary stuff. So many mapping errors, so little time to correct you with them. Let's just... Wait, magic? Oh, magic! If I remember correctly... Oops, sorry. I don't know why I'm so yawny lately. It's just like, yawn. But, if I remember correctly, our characters were being taken by Samuel? Was it Samuel? Jason's our main character. Sylvia's our sister. Yes, we're going with Samuel. And Charles is Charles. Anyway, Samuel is taking us to a place where we'll be... Oh, look, I went the right way. Oh, fuck. Now, those of you who know me know how I am when it comes to looking around for items. A lot of you will say, but what do you mean, Liberty? What do you mean you look around for items? I'm a little bit of completionist sometimes. I like to see where there are items. If there are items, give me the items. That does not mean that I like being stuck in battles that are just a freaking smoosh fest. Please let me go. I don't want to deal with you lot. Oh my god, father. Heal thyself! Blue off, red off, green off. Ow. Yeah, another thing, one thing I really like in games is when speed, like healing spells and stuff like that, are fast. They either have to be really, really fast or really, really slow, so that you can plan around the speed of the, spells. I find it preferable that they're not based on the speed of the character using them. Because while that might make sense, it makes for bad game. Or annoying at any rate. Especially when you've got monsters who pound you and stuff. And things and stuff and things and things and stuff and stuff and things and stuff and stuff and things and things and stuff. You get the idea. Yay. Yay. We defeated him. Also, random battle system, not a good idea. Oh my god. Why can't I run? What, did you edit this somehow and change the run thing? It's supposed to be like 75% chance. Let me the fuck away! Oh my god, I'm just gonna die. Help! somebody save me. I'ma die. I'ma die real fast. Oh my god. Why? I don't want to fight 50 fucking million things. Yeah, fucking called it. Knew it. Yeah. Anyway, the way the random battle generator thingamabob is set up, encounter system thing, is set up is that when you give the map a number, its default is 30. You can choose from 1 to 100. So what happens is that every time you go into a battle, the counter goes from 1 to whatever number you gave it and randomly rolls a number. Now what this means is that you can get anywhere between 1 and 30 steps before you reach an encounter. Funnily enough, the way the game, well, the program rolls it, it's more weighted towards getting the lower numbers. So what ends up happening is that, well, you could probably guess what ends up happening. You get 1 and 2 instead of 7 and 150. Alright. Oh my god! I don't want to fight a fucking million of these things! I don't! I want to be able to escape! If I want to escape, why can't I escape? It's not fun! This is... I'm gonna break out the B word! It's B! It's boring! There, I said it. I'm sorry, but it kinda really is. It's really annoying too. Like 1, 2, boom, step. 1, 2, boom, fucking step. You better give me a fucking item for this. I swear to God, if I have to go through here and I don't get a fucking chest or something, I'm gonna be mighty pissed. For serious. For serious, I will be mighty pissed. Why? Because I like me some items and treasures to find. If I don't have any, I will just cry. Maps are... See, I don't want to be mean or come off as mean, but the mapping in this game is really... It's really... It needs a lot of work. For example, well, the trees. The trees need help, but they're missing half their trunks. You could have made it very interesting and everything's square. You don't have to make things square, dude. Corey, buddy. You don't have to make things square, you can make them circular with squares. You don't have... You can break the square. Snap its angles off, I say. Destroy the square. You do not need the square. The square is not necessary. And there's 5 hours of this game. Apparently. Someone save my soul tonight. Ooh, 135. At least I'll have money to buy shit when I get out of here. Oh look! See, if I continued down there, I would have been so pissed off. Not even a fucking item. Oh my god, this fucking lot again? Oh, fuck's sake. I hate this. Ah! Every fucking 5 steps. What are this lot? Die! Just disappear into the nether. Can we get any different creatures? That would be nice. Something, a butterfly, a rat. Anything that doesn't just hit you for shit. See, this is where variety comes in handy, and I don't just mean recolors. I mean things like, oh, we've got a goblin forest. Okay, yeah, the forest is full of goblins. But I'm pretty sure they're not the only animal in the forest. Pretty sure. Oh. Okay, thank God. This is the way we're supposed to go. Tackle the asshole. Magic the asshole. Strong attack the asshole. Magic her. Magic that. Strong attack that. Might as well take the asshole out the way. Yeah. Special tackle, special ice, special strong attack. Oh yes, raise your defense. That's gonna be great. Ow, ow. Good, that's one asshole out the way. Magic Magic self. Ice that guy. And attack that guy. Heal, mother truckers! Heal that guy. Let's thunder that guy. And strong attack. Could have been deadly. Heal that guy. Thunder that guy. And strong attack that guy. Yes. Ah, yes, I was a random bandit. But it turns out I was not a random bandit, I was an assassin. And this guy is a rogue. That makes a little bit more sense. Oh, yes. I often hire assassins to patrol highways with me. Thunder and special strong. Holy blessing, may the fences win off! No damage. Very little damage. Dead. Yay! Charles! Charles! It would have been nice to find a healing item. Also, I'm kind of pissed that you made that bottom path just turn into a stone. That is not how you make a dungeon. Dungeons, they should reward you for exploring. They shouldn't be laugh in your face, especially when you've got to put up with 5-step encounters. That is an arsehole move. That's literally the move that will get people to alter for your game. If I had gotten the lower path, I would have F12'd. Seriously? For serious, I would have F12'd, started, reloaded the game from where I last was, and then taken the correct path, because I would not have been able to put up with that shit. I would have been like, no, fuck this. Because I would have gone through all that trouble, fought all those battles, for no reward at all. Experience is not a reward. Experience is a growth hormone. so to speak. They're to help you grow. It's not a reward. You still have to expend time to deal with that. You still have to battle and use your items and your skills and dwindle yourself. You have to weaken yourself to get that experience. That's not a reward. That's just a compensation. A reward is something you get outside of the compensation. So in this case, the reward would have been, oh, you've spent all this time in a forest fighting fuckers. Here, I feel sorry that, you know, you went the wrong way. I'm not just gonna put a fucking stone in your path and say, haha, go back. No. I'm gonna say, oh, here, have a life potion. Have a piece of armor that you can't, that you could buy in the next town but you don't have access to yet. You want your people to think. You want the players to think, oh no, I took the wrong path, but at least there's something here for me that was made it worthwhile. You don't want them to go, oh, fuck this. Fuck this. Fuck it with a rusty rod of fucking fuckdom, because I ain't having this shit. You want to reward them for their time and effort and for making the wrong choice. I mean, it's not the kind... There are games where if you make the wrong choice you get a bad ending and the player goes, oh, well, I got a bad ending, I guess I'll have to replay it and get the good ending instead. You know, this isn't that kind of game. This is an RPG. RPGs have no business doing that unless they pull it off spectacularly. Otherwise, they completely annoy their audience, and you don't want to annoy your audience. You have a story to tell. You as a game creator have a story to tell, and you want your audience to stay around till the end of the story. You don't want to piss them the fuck off so that they say, I'm not playing this shit no more. I'm not playing this shit. Why do I have to play this shit? I don't give a shit about the story anymore. I'm just Alt F4. You don't want that to happen, because you have a story that you want to share. And when you have a story that you want to share, you have to make it so that people want to read your story. You have to make it so that people feel like they want to know more. And by annoying them while they're playing a game, you're not doing that. You're making them annoyed. And then they start weighing things. And they go, and they say, is fighting all these monsters really worth going through the forest? Is fighting all these monsters really worth going through the story? Is doing this really worth knowing what happens to these characters? And that's where writing and systems come into play. Let me get more comfortable. I'm going into lecture mode. I'm sorry, I know it's an LP, sort of LT, but I just have to say this because I like you, Corey. I want you to succeed in this thing. And you've got some good writing skills, but you need to sort of enhance your other skills so that more people will play your games and listen to the stories you have to tell. Because otherwise people are going to say, no, I don't think it's worth fighting through all this just to hear the story. I want to hear the story, but I can't be bothered going through all the rigmarole that I have to go through just to hear it. It's not worth it. You don't want that. Whoop! Sorry, my computer decided to sleep. No, you don't want that. As somebody who's making a game, you have to create a balance. You have to create systems that will keep them entertained enough that they will want to see what happens next. Something that doesn't annoy them. Because the ultimate reason for creating a game, I don't care who the fuck you are, the ultimate reason for creating a game is to see the player go from point A to the end. Unless, you know, you're a troll, in which case, fuck you guys. Yes, Decky, I'm talking to you about that certain game, you jerk. Anyway, unless you're a troll or trolling someone, the point of a game is to get somebody to sit in the chair and play the damn thing from A to the end. And to do that, you must coax them along. You must convince the players that it's worth it for them to go that far. And you can't convince them if you don't put effort into the other aspects. Just because the story is interesting doesn't mean that they want to sit through grinding upon hours and hours and hours just to progress. It doesn't mean they want to get lost in impossible forests just so they can see whether the prince gets to marry the princess. Because at the end of the day, if they don't think it's worth it, they're just going to close the program, forget about it, and you've lost somebody. You've lost your ultimate goal. Your ultimate goal was a failure. If you can't keep the bums in the chairs playing your games, then what use was there to making the game apart from satisfaction? That's the word. Self-satisfaction. There was no. What reason would you have to share your game with people if you didn't want them to play the game and give you, praise for making a good game? I mean, sure, you can make a game for yourself and share it around, and you want other people to like your game, but ultimately, when you share a game, you want them to finish the game and hear your story, or experience your experience, even if it's something as simple as pushing block A to block B. That still tells a story of some sort. You're pushing blocks. Why are you pushing a block? I don't fucking know. You're the one pushing blocks. But if it's not, simple enough, or, if it's too hard or too onerous, people are not going to want to push your blocks. So, bear that in mind for your next game, or even if you come back to this one and decide to fix it up a bit. You want people to feel like they've accomplished something when they play, so they don't feel like turning off the game and saying, no, I'm sick of this. You want them to feel like they're making progress, and you want to reward them for going a different way. You want to say, look, I know you ended up lost in the forest. That's my fault, that's your fault, it's both our faults. However, here's a reward, here's a little something to help you get back and, make your way to the rest of it. This is a present from me to you to say, look, I know you got lost, but it's not all bad. You got this item. You got this to help you on your way. And thanks for checking out the rest of my map. I mean, kudos to you, man. Kudos to you. But yes, and that isn't even touching on the graphics, is it? Well, I'm pretty sure you know what's wrong with your graphics. I pointed it out last time. I will continue to point it out when I run into it, and I'm sorry this turned into a lecture over game creation and whatnot. It's just, you do have potential to be a good creator. You've got some great ideas, and I just want to see more of them, but I don't want to feel bored while I'm seeing them, sort of thing. I want to see them sparkle and shine and be all pretty like, and people to say, wow, that was really a good game, I enjoyed that. Did you enjoy that? Yeah, I enjoyed that. I want that kind of reaction from people. I might seem harsh, and I probably do, yeah, very much seem harsh or sarcastic or something, but really, I want to see people make more good games. I'm sick of seeing all these shitty games on the market. Since the market's not making the games that we want to play, we might as well make them ourselves. And if more good games are thrown in on the RPG Maker pile, then maybe one day people will stand up and say, look, we're sick of all this shit that the companies are making. There's all these free games we can fucking play. And maybe then the companies will pull their heads out of their asses and take a few notes. But they're not going to do that if there's nothing great to compare them to. And, you're a good writer. You've got a few little iffy bits and that, but for the most part, it's pretty solid, so I just think that you could do better. And I'm sure you will. And I hope in some small way I help that come into fruition. So now that I have yacked for about 20 minutes, Shall we get back to the game? Will you proceed? Yes, there's nothing back in that stupid town I want anyway. We have travelled long and hard today. We should take a rest here by the road. The burns in my eggs, like from all the walking we just did. I could use the time to study up on advanced potion use. This will be the perfect opportunity for me to sneak away. Why the fuck is he sneaking away again? There's no way I'm gonna let that dragon get the best of me. Nah, you're gonna sneak away and get eaten, I'm sure of it. While the others are distracted, you're missing an arm. I can sneak into the forest. No, why would you want to do that? We just got out of there! They'll have no clue where I went. Oh yes, I'm sure. Someone will be obligated to take Sylvia to safety. What? Oh no! Oh no! Oh my god. Oh god. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. I know, it's a bug. It's something you can't really... Don't worry, I've had the same bug happen before with one of my own games, where I removed all the party members and there was just one character left, and I didn't take into consideration what if the character was dead when they got removed. Yeah, the way to fix this is pretty simple. Just put a full restore for everybody before you remove everybody from the party, because it's a pretty game over screen though, I must say. Give kudos to the person who made it for you. But yeah, I think on that successful note, I'm gonna end the video here. Oh my god. Oh, which means I have to go all the way back through the video. Oh, through the giant forest. Yay. However, what I'll do is next video I'll off camera I'll make my way through the forest and get my character back there. But oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Yeah, I'll do that off camera, so next time when I come back in the next episode, I'll be at the forest again, well, that part again, and that'll cut out a bit of the middleman. But until then, I will have to say ciao. I hope I don't discourage you any in this rant-filled sort of video and lecture on things. Hell, I hope I made sense with what I was saying too, in some small way. And, yeah, sorry for being a bit harsh, dude, but, you know, I think it's something that needed to be said and pointed out. So, next time, I will apparently be going into the forest dragon hunting, which is such a smart idea. And yeah, that was sarcasm. So clever. Much clever, so doge. But, for now, I shall depart and say my adieus, and I hope you enjoyed this video in some small way. I shall see you next time, and this has been Let's Play Dragonlancer. Until next time, guys, and Corey, ciao!